Well, I'm on the air now. Let's get this picture camera over here going. Oh, needs to be lifted up. See if that's about right. Yeah, that's about right. Sharpen the image a little bit. There we go. How about one outside? Let's do it. Yeah. Alright, let's brighten it up. Sharpen. There we go. Monitor went to sleep over there. Alright, there's that camera. And here's this camera. It's outside. It'll be getting dark here in a minute. Alright, this picture behind me. I took that picture probably 3 or 4 years ago, probably more like 4 or 5 years ago. And I took it somewhere close by. If you can tell me where this picture was taken, I just might buy you lunch sometime. If you'll tell me at the end of this broadcast, I will tell you where this is. And if you can tell me where that picture was took, I will most definitely buy your lunch. This chair loses its air or something. Okay. Picture I want to show you. What would that be? Image, yeah. There's a picture I want to show you here. Other people, family, pictures of me, Army. Alright, there's a picture of me I'm fixing to show you here. And I want you to pick me out. It's the Army picture back in I think it says 78. 1978. When I was in basic training at Fort Knox, Kentucky. Right there at Louisville. And I'm in this picture somewhere. So, see if you can pick me out. Let me put my phone number down here and y'all can text me and put my phone number on here and you can text me and there it is. So if you can figure out where his picture's took, just send me a text with that phone number right there and see if you can get it right. Ooh, what happened? Come back. Alright. Put some more lights on. You have to have a lot of lights. There's the picture behind me. Now see if you can pick me out of this picture. You know, it's funny. My son went to basic training in Fort Sill, Oklahoma. And when they done the group picture, just like this one right here, he was in the same spot that I am in. Let's see, that says Fort Knox, Kentucky, Echo 19-4, 4th Platoon, July the 17th, 1978. The drill sergeant on the bottom on the left there is Sergeant Mojica. M-O-J-I-C-A. Mojica. And the drill sergeant on the right, he was actually a boxer in the Army. It was Sergeant Missouri. Sergeant Missouri. And there's several people in this that was from Alabama. The one close to the top, real dark skin, that guy was from what's the name of that? Trinidad. He was from Trinidad. I could just about name every one of these. Up to the right from Sergeant Missouri there, he was from Mobile, Alabama. That's old Charles Williams. No kin to me. No kin. So there's two things you can do. Pick me out of that Army picture and tell me where this picture was took. I took the picture probably 5 years ago. 4 or 5 years ago. Probably 5. But I took this picture, and it's about probably 5 miles from where I live. There was somebody with me that day, and I was just out taking pictures of fall colors and stuff. And I'm gonna get out and do it again, but that's all, every kind of color you can imagine for the fall right there. You got orange and yellows and greens and different color greens and reds and browns. So that's a good picture. But tell me where that picture was took, and I'll buy you lunch. Yes, I will. And this picture right here, tell me where I'm located. Where am I at in this picture? I'll give you about 5 more minutes on this picture here. About 5 more minutes. And then I'll tell you where I'm at. The guy holding the flag there, right there holding the flag, he was always getting in trouble. Always getting in trouble. The one in the middle, right there in the front, he was my bunk mate. You know, you had these bunks, and I was on the bottom, and he was on the top. Had one from Huntsville. I'm trying to see where he's at on there. I don't see him right off. But can you find me? I look like this. But this is 2018. That was 1978. 1978. Fort Knox, Kentucky. You can look on the right there and see one of the old barracks. Some of the old barracks is still there, but they tore some of them down or hauled them off somewhere else. I don't know. Mojica. We got every flag for PT, that's physical training, for cleaning our barracks, and marching. We had all three flags on our platoon flag there. Mojica, he used smarts. Instead of yelling and stuff like that, he used his head. And there's one guy to the left of Charles Williams. He's up to the left from Sergeant Missouri. He was from Mexico, getting his getting his card to be a, well, you know what I'm saying. But anyway, he wouldn't take a bath. He stunk. Finally, a bunch of them took him in the shower and scrubbed him down. And there was another one kept getting us in trouble. And one night, a bunch of them put on gas masks and went to his barrack bunk and beat the holy crap out of him. I was awake. I wasn't part of it, but I seen him go back there and do it. Because every time he got in trouble, he didn't get to do nothing. They punished the whole platoon and let him sit around and eat cupcakes. Anyway, if you ain't found me yet, I'm in the second row from the top, from the left. I'm the third one from the left, on the second row from the top. Yep, that's me. I ain't got a text one yet telling me, where do you think that's at? Where do you think that's at? And if you hadn't heard me yet, if you ain't heard me yet, I'm trying to, this is about 5 miles from me. And about 5 years ago, I was out taking fall pictures. And I took this picture right here, and I asked people if they know where this picture was took. I'd buy them lunch if they did. Text me if you know where it's at. At the end of this broadcast, I'll tell you. But if you know where that's at, text me and tell me. I've got my phone number right there for y'all to do that. Nope, I ain't got a text yet. Alright, I'm going to take the army picture off here. Close that one out. Ooh. But I had fun in the army. It was kind of boring to me. Kind of boring. And they said we couldn't smoke in the army. I'm fixing to show you a picture here. Don't tell me I can't smoke. I smoked back then. I didn't quit until I quit smoking about 1985. It's when I quit smoking. But this was basic training. And they said we could not smoke in basic training. And I was probably smoking less than a half a pack of cigarettes a day. When I come out of the army, I was smoking 3 packs a day. Because they said I couldn't. Alright. If you'll look real close, in my right hand you'll see a lighter. In my left hand you'll see a cigarette. I was upstairs in the barracks, and I'm fixing to go downstairs and smoke. I would actually smoke a cigarette in formation. I would have it in my hand like this right here, and I'd just kind of be doing this where the smoke wouldn't rise. Never did get caught. Never did. Cool. And if any of y'all thinks I've ever been a racist or anything, I'm fixing to show you a picture right here. These was my friends. This was my friends while I was in the army. And I have got a mixture. So you can't call me no racist, because these was my friends. These was one I decided I wanted to be friends with. So you got Mexicans, you got Charles. He was from Mobile. One of them's from California. I don't know where that one with a cigarette sticking out of his mouth. This was right after basic training, actually. So he was smoking. So that was my friends there. That was 1979, so that was later on into basic. Boy, look how young I am. I was probably 27 years old. And when we do basic training, I mean not basic training, but physical training and running for like 2.5 miles, carrying backpacks. Some of them teenage boys, they couldn't hardly do it. And they actually called me Pops. They said when they cut my hair, I looked like an old man. But anyway, they called me Pops. Even the drill sergeants called me Pops. And anyway, they wanted to know how I could do that. I never did even get sore doing the physical training. Never did. Man, they got to where they couldn't hardly walk and everything. And drill sergeant called me in the CQ office one time, each one of us, and asked us what we thought about the Army so far. And I said, to tell you the truth, I said, before I was in here, I was like working 12 to 15 hours a day, hard labor work. So this is a piece of cake, to tell you the truth. That's what I told him. I never did get sore or anything like the rest of them did, so that's what I told him. Man, I drank beer while I was in basic and everything. Never did catch me. Never did. Never did. I reckon nobody knows where this picture was took right here. And it ain't 5 miles from where I live. And I live downtown Summerton. I live right close to, I bet, I can almost see the city hall. The back of it anyway. But anyway, this was about 5 miles from here. And I'm going to give you a hint. If I went to this right here, I would go down the Empire Road. That's which way I'd go. Now, there's you a hint. I was just out taking pictures that day, me and a friend of mine. And she went with me, and I was taking pictures of fall pictures and seen this, and actually got one of this same picture with a duck in the water. There's another hint. But this was a good picture right here. It's got a lot of colors in it. That's a good picture, man. Water, brown, red, green, yellow, orange. Got all kind of colors in it. Whew! I hope somebody's watching here. I hope somebody's watching. This is a live broadcast. Now I've got a, Madison, she done me real good and everything, and she wanted to do it and everything, but she let me know the last time that she wasn't going to be able to do it all the time. When she gets out of high school, she's going to college, and she wasn't going to be able to do it. So I decided to get somebody else where I could start training them. I ain't got but about 3 more shows to do on the internet before I put it on TV. So I got to train them getting sponsors, how to do the intros, just everything we do, I got to train them. And I got 3 shows to do that with. So I decided to go ahead and train them. I don't want to train them while we're on TV. I want it, when it gets on TV, I want it to be almost perfect. It ain't going to be perfect, but I want it to be almost perfect. So I wanted to train them before we get to the TV spot. And Madison, if you're on here, man, I appreciate what you done. You was a good one. And Good luck in school. Stay in school, girl. Somebody told me last night, they said, man, she is a pretty girl. I said, yes, she was. She is pretty. But Cool Colin is pretty too. And she's wild and crazy just like me. So we're going to have lots of fun doing the show. You know, they don't understand. I want them not to just do the intros. I want them to think, you know, not just sit around at an office and think, but if something comes in mind that we could be doing on the show that might work, that kind of thinking. I want them to call me up and say, hey, how would this go? If we went, you know, that's kind of help I need, because I get burned out doing the same, and I need somebody to do that. Plus, they could make a little money if they get out there, and it sells itself. The show sells itself. People want a bargain for their money. They want the bargain for their money. They want the show to work for them. A lot of them just does it 1 month and thinks that's going to do it. You got to do it at least 4 months before it catches on. You can't, you know, I can't, some of these bugs is laying on their back going, still moving. But they're all over the floor, buddy. I set 2 bombs off in here. It killed most of them. They're laying everywhere. Yeah, those stink bugs. Let's see, what else? Is it getting dark outside? It's getting pretty dark out there, ain't it? If you'll see way down there, around the curve way down there, that's Bevel State baseball field down there. So if you're watching this, you know where I live now. Come see me. If you can tell me where this picture's took, send me a text and tell me where it's at. That picture right there, I took it about 5 years ago, and it's about 5 miles from here. And if I went to it right now, I'd have to go down the Empire Road to get to it. So that's a little hint for you. And they are ducks there, or they used to be. As far as I know, they're still there. But that's pretty. It's about 5 years ago, about November of probably about 05 or something. No, it's more than that. This is 18, ain't it? Probably about 11, 10, 11, 12. About when I done this. Took that picture. So if you know where that's at, I'll buy you lunch sometime. Text me and tell me where it's at. That's all you got to do. Text me and tell me where it's at. I won't keep your number. I won't call you every night. Or you can get on Facebook. You know, I'm on Facebook. You put Farrell in the middle of this right here, and I'm on Facebook. You can send me a message on Facebook if you want to. So if you put George Farrell Williams on Facebook, it'll take you to me. There ain't another one out there with that name that I know of. But you got to have all 3 names. George Farrell Williams. You can do it that way. Text me on Facebook. I'll get it. And tell me where this picture is took. Alright. This is my studio right here. This is my studio. I've got a camera way over there on the wall. This right here is my Snowball Ice external microphone. Now listen to this. You hear that? That's my external microphone. I like to put it on because I changed cameras, and I don't, you know, when you change cameras, it goes from that to the camera, and I don't want it to do that. I want it to have the same sound, so I strictly go off of that that one right there. And when I tape bands and stuff live, I'm going to use that right there. But this is my setup here. Usually, now Frog Festival is this Saturday, and usually I take this table, but I ain't gonna move this table, and I've got a fold out table right over there. I'll just take it, and I've got a banner. I usually take my white banner, but I ain't gonna take it. I'm gonna take that smaller one this time. It's over there right where the camera's at. There's one of them bugs, and it's alive, I swear. We need some cold weather, kill these bugs off. But anyway, I'm probably going, they ain't got it posted yet, but I'm probably going to be right there in front of the stage, right down there in the middle of Summerton. And usually my booth space is 59, and it better be that again. You understand? So I'm right there, just about in front of the stage. So if you come to the Frog Festival, by all means come by and see me, shake my hand, and say, hey, I've got you on Facebook or something. And I'll give you one of my cards, you know, and it'll have my web address on it and phone number and everything, where you can see my show. I got a Halloween show on right now. All you got to do, wait a minute. All you got to do, right up above me right here, if you're watching this show, right up above me, you got a tab that says TV show. Duh. Click on that tab, give it a little time, it'll come up, and it'll have my Halloween show. Miss Madison done it with me. She done a good job, a lot of good special effects. Scary. We rode off into a helicopter and went to a couple of haunted houses. Done a couple of, it's good. Just go watch it. Go on. Not right now. Later. And if you want to see this broadcast again, go to the archive and scroll all the way down to the bottom of that page, and you'll see all these live shows I've done right at the bottom of that page if you go to the archive. If you want to see any of my TV shows, go to that archive, and right there at the top it'll say either AMS-TV or taped videos. Now, of course, click on the one that says AMS-TV. That was a gnat that I'm swiping at. -TV, AMS-TV, and it'll bring you up every one of my shows that I've done since 2013. 2013. How many years that been? 5 years. And my first shows on a different network I've got right here on DVD, and they're hilarious because I didn't know what I was doing at that time, and about half of what I'm doing now. I just want it to be fun, crazy, give you a lot of information, and let you hear some of this good Alabama talent. That's my goal. I want you to know what musicians goes through. They love it, but they need your support. They need your support. Listen, I go to Bar 31. Y'all know I go to Bar 31 because Henry Lavoie and the boys, they my friends. Got some friends from Prattville that I've met that comes up to Bar 31. And listen, I don't drink. I don't smoke. I go to hear my buddies play music and dance, of course. I do that. And if that's wrong, I don't want to be right. I just go do that, and I can walk in the door and the waitress automatically brings me a Coke. That's what she does. A lot of people go, they don't smoke in there. They got a deck out back, or out to actually the front, and they go out there and smoke because you can't smoke inside. So they don't smoke in there. It's a good place to go. I'm going to a birthday party there Tomorrow night, matter of fact. I don't usually go on Thursday night, but I'm going to a birthday party, and I promised them I'd give them a dance for their birthday. So y'all can do that. It supports that band, man. Razzmatazz. They want one of the best bands in Birmingham. And I said one of, okay? There are a bunch of them out there. Bunch of them. But this is my favorite. Henry Lavoie, Greg Brown, Mike and Kenny Welber, two brothers. Mike and Kenny Welber used to be with Revolver. All you oldies out there, y'all remember Revolver that played Beatles cover songs? And they still reunite and still do it at JT's in Roebuck. So if you see that posted out there, go see them at JT's. The original Revolver. Cool, man. Greg Brown, he used to be with KD Riser back in the 80s. And pull him up on YouTube, man. KD Riser. R-Y-Z-E-R. And Greg Brown, he'll be playing the bass on there and singing. Had a good band. And of course, Henry Lavoie used to be with the Rockin' Rebellions, man. Rockin' Rebellions, they played at the Shower of Stars. The WVOK Shower of Stars. They won Battle of the Bands in the Southeast, in the Birmingham area, and then they won it in the Southeast. Out of the whole Southeast, they won it. And one of these Vox amplifiers, just like the Beatles used and everything. Cool, man. And listen, these guys are together playing at Bar 31. 3 nights a week. Thursday, no cover. They have what they call a big money giveaway. $1 a ticket, and you might win anywhere from $300 to $700. That's according to how many people buy his tickets. Okay? Friday and Saturday, there's a $5 cover. Just like anywhere you go, there's a $5 cover, man. And I'm going to tell you, those people dance from the first song to the last song. And there's a reason. Listen, take my advice, go early. Because if you don't go early, you're going to be standing up. Unless you got some friends that'll let you sit with them there. So go early where you can get a table and sit down. And but that's where I go. That's my buddies down there, and they play some dadgum good music. I interviewed Henry one time. Did I get that? Henry told me that they had this band had 16 pages of songs that they could do. In other words, they could play Thursday, Friday, and Saturday and not play the same song. How many songs would you do? I'd say 40 songs, 35 to 40 songs. So 3 nights, yeah, they could probably play all week and not play the same song. So that's how many songs they play. And most of it is dance music. So if you like to dance, that's the place to go. They ain't even an advertiser for me. They need to. They need to advertise on my show. I may have to talk to that man. Yeah. Alright. Does anybody know where his picture was taken? There it is. You know where it was taken? About 5 miles from Summerton. And if I went to it right now, I'd have to go down the Empire Road to get to it. Simple. That's a little... Okay. I don't know why I put that phone number on there, because my phone number is all over the place right up above me here. I could have put something else down there. I couldn't put my web address, because if you're watching this video, you're on my web address. If you want to see me on Facebook, just put Farrell in between this right here. George Farrell, F-A-R-R-E-L-L Williams. George Farrell Williams. on Facebook. Or you can go to AlabamaMusicSceneTV, and you'll go to my other web page on Facebook. Not web page, but other Facebook page. So I got two. I've actually got about 5 pages that y'all don't know about. Classic photography. That's me. Got a page for that. I used to teach truck driving. So I've got a page on there that says 101 Driving 101. That's what it's called. And I try to teach you knuckleheads how to drive out there. You know, when you go get your license, you don't do nothing to get them license. Then when you get out here in the road, you ain't got a clue what to do. Not a clue. You don't even know where your car is in the road. You don't. You know, people's getting to where they drive in the middle of the road. And guess what? If I'm driving in the middle of the road, and you're driving in the middle of the road, guess what's going to happen? That's what's going to happen. And the people at Walmart and Summit, that back entrance that you go to, right when you go up to the building and make that right to go into the parking lot, people cuts that short. And if you're coming in there, you have to stop to let them come around the curve. Listen, that turn is wide enough for 2 vehicles, people. 2 vehicles. Quit cutting it off short. Quit it. Quit it. Learn how to drive. You know, you think that road is just for you. Every bit of it. And listen, it ain't just for you. It's for everybody. Okay? Be patient. Tailgaters. Listen, I've had people run up on me, and you can see them back there going, and they'll be right on you, you know. And when they do me that way, I just see how slow I can get. And if I have to, I'll stop. You know, you can go around me. You can either go around me or stay back there. But if you get on my rear end, you're going to eventually be going 2 miles an hour. Okay? So either go around me or get off my butt to die. What else we got? Speeding. Speeding, man. I told my kids a long time ago when they first started driving, I said, the more traffic you're in, make 80% of it be forward. Because them people up in front will slam on their brakes and do that. So 75-80% you should be looking forward. Now if you're in a country and ain't much traffic, 50-50. 50-50. You know, looking beside you, behind you, in front of you. But if there's a car in front of you, you better pay attention to that, because they may slam on their brakes. That's why you're supposed to stay off of them. And I don't slam on my brake because I don't want nobody hitting me, but I do slow down. And I will slow all the way to a stop if I have to, if you're tailgating me. Now, you can cuss me. You can give me the bird when you go around me, whatever. But you ain't going to ride my butt. Ain't going to do it. You're going to end up stopping or going around. Okay, look at all them bugs. We got a stink bug flying around now. Look at him. I see him up there. Maybe they're coming. There goes one there. Maybe they're coming in because I got the lights on. And they see the lights, so they come on in. Reckon that's what it is. I'm going to have to set another bomb off in here. So I don't reckon nobody knows where this picture was took, so I'm fixing to tell you. Alright, right before you get to Little Vine Church, the road that turns to go up to York Mountain, You don't go a quarter mile up there, and this lake right here is right there a quarter mile off of Empire Road. That's where I took this picture. And it was like in November, and I was out taking fall pictures, and we came up on this, and I said, man, look at all the pretty colors, man. You got all kind of greens. You got right here, you got a light green, a dark green, you got orange, yellow, red behind me here. You got red, you got brown right here around the water. And I like the way it reflects in the water too. This is one of classic photography's pictures right here. I think my commercial has got this picture in it, matter of fact. Maybe another picture. Look at that sucker flying around me. I'm going to have to set another bomb off in here. Alright, it's after 7 o'clock, so I'm going to go in the other room and maybe eat me a White Castle cheeseburger. Did you see him? He's flying. There he is. They're getting flying now. I'm going to set me another bomb off on here. Alright. That's all I got. That's all I got. I appreciate y'all watching. Here's outside. It's getting dark. Here's my other. You can see my other chair. That goes to my other computer that's over there. I've got another computer. My son's got one in the other room. He uses his Apple computer laptop though. I've actually got an HP laptop myself in the drum room in there. And of course I've got this one. We got computers all over my house. And don't you think about coming in my house and trying to get one of them, because I have a shotgun too. And I will shoot your butt with buckshot. I don't want to kill you. And I've also got a pistol. And I will hold you until the cops get here. So don't come in my house. Don't even come in my yard, matter of fact. I've got signs all around my yard that says no trespassing. So if you come in my yard, I could actually shoot you for coming in my yard. All around my house, no trespassing. Don't come in my yard unless I know you. Alright, what else we got here, Vern? I got cartons hanging up everywhere. Got cartons hanging up. That kind of deadens the sound where it won't echo so much. But anyway, I've been getting stuff ready. My canopy, getting all my stuff ready. My banner right over there, it's got my logo on it. I'll be taking it. So I've been getting everything ready, because Saturday will be here before you know it. And I got to have my drums loaded too in my car, because when I get through with that at the Frog Festival, I got to get in my car and ride to Union Chapel, because I'm playing drums at the community center at Union Chapel. You see my green screen behind me. You see my green screen. If I take that off, that's what it looks like when it's off. But that's my green screen. I built it myself. This is out of my house, man. This is about a 15 by 15 room. And I do my research on that other computer over there. Got hats on the wall. I got 7 tripods. If I see a tripod over at the thrift store, anywhere like that, $3, $5, something like that, I buy it. But I've got a really good one too, and I've got lights, camera, action. I've got several cameras. 1, 2, 3. I've got 4 or 5 cameras that I can use. Headphones. Here's a little small tripod that I use a lot on the table. A lot of times I'll take it to tape a band and set it on the table, and I won't have to be standing up. So that's pretty cool. And listen, if it ain't tall enough, look at here. You can pull all these out, make it taller. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool little deal. I didn't know it done that. I just wanted it because it was like this. And I didn't know this pulled out until after I got it. And I said, hey, man, that's pretty cool. Let me get out of here and go get my bomb, because I'm fixing to set another bomb off. I think them things comes in when I turn the lights on. They say, hey, lights, let's go in there. So I'm getting out of here. That was at the bottom of York Mountain. It's where this is at. Right off the Empire Road, about a quarter mile out there. So that's where that's at. It's getting dark. I'm getting out of here and letting y'all have some peace. Hey, check out the Halloween show. Click on the tab that says TV show, and you'll see the Halloween show me and Madison done. Pretty good show, man. Got 6 really good bands on there. Check them bands out. You might like one of them. We got some good talent here in Alabama. Alright. Close. 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 Alright. Love, peace, and happiness. Keep on making music, Alabama.